How's it going, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome back. As always, I am myself, you are you, and this is the One-Up Loop. Not a lot to talk about this week. January is always a pretty slow month when it comes to video games, but still plenty of news to go around. People who know me fairly well should be aware that I've always been a big proponent of the Humble Bundle series. Basically their whole deal is you can pay any price that you want. You can have all the money go to the developers, you can have all the money go to charity, you can do like kind of a mix them up however you want to. Usually they have some cool games where if you pay over what the minimum that everyone else has paid on average, so usually around like $4 or $5, you get a few extra games. I absolutely recommend the current Humble Bundle. I want to say it's number 10 or 11, I think, at this point. Bunch of great games on there. Bit Trip Runner 2, Strike Suit Zero, if you're a big fan of lock-on shooters. Surgeon Simulator specifically is a great game. Pretty much you are a surgeon and you control every one of your fingers with a single key. So if you can imagine doing surgery that way, that doesn't make that game seem very compelling, does it? Anyhow, the bundle ends on the 20th, so I would say get over there as soon as you can. I think it's just humblebundle.com, but you can always Google Humble Bundle, and then that'll take you straight to the link. Like I said, for a great cause, you get 8 good games. You know, why not? It's cheap and it's a nice thing to do. For those of you who are fans of Star Wars, I have some unfortunate news for you this time. As you all are aware, Disney bought out Marvel and LucasArts and a bunch of different properties last year, which of course means they now own all the rights to it. Sometime in the middle of last year, an amazing trailer came out for a game called 1313. Maybe it involved bounty hunters, maybe it involved the Jedi or the Sith, who knows, it's Star Wars. Unfortunately now nobody really cares because Disney has dropped the trademark for Star Wars 1313. So there's absolutely never going to be a game like that. Even though the trailer was very well fleshed out, the graphics were very polished for something that wasn't even remotely close to being released, but I guess Disney decided it just wasn't worth it at that point. So, sorry Star Wars fans. The good news though is, if you're a fan of space rather than just Star Wars, the game No Man's Sky, which you may or may not have heard of, appears to still be on track. For those of you who aren't aware, it's going to be a space roguelike. One of their biggest features that they've been touting is that you can go from planets to space seamlessly. All the worlds are going to be procedurally generated. Obviously there are going to be people to fight, creatures to document, planets to explore. Personally, I just love space, so I can't get enough of the idea. There was a bit of a scare, I want to say about 2 months or so ago, where the company who is making it, their entire offices got flooded. People were kind of in question, is the project done, is it delayed, anything like that. We just got a press release from them the other day. Apparently neither of those is happening. Everything is 100% on track, no delays, nothing. So if you're looking forward to a good space game, say keep your eye on that one. Should be, oh, who knows when it's coming out, actually, now that I think about it. But it's looks good. Some of the best news coming out this week, everyone rejoice. Games for Windows Live is finally dying. I could not be happier about this. It's just absolutely the worst service in my opinion. Between crashes, people have reported this service deleting their saves, just all sorts of terrible nonsense. The fact that there are games on Steam that use Games for Windows Live, so first you have to sign into Steam, then you have to sign into Games for Windows Live, then you can play your game. It's just an absolute mess, and Microsoft has finally come out saying that every game that is currently using Games for Windows Live isn't going to anymore, and no games in the future will. Now, how this is going to work for games that are primarily online, like, say, Age of Empires, I'm not really sure. Microsoft tends to be tight-lipped about these kind of things. They put up an FAQ page and then very, very quickly took it down. I don't know why, but maybe they'll work, maybe they won't. Either way, it's gone for good, and we can all be happy about that. I think we can agree. Finally, let's talk about slug cats. So there's a game that's being kickstarted right now called Rain World that involves these little creatures. Basically, they look like snowy white cats with long arms and slug tails. I personally think it's adorable. Your mileage may vary. Effectively, it's just a game of survival. Rain is bad for you, hence the name Rain World. It takes place in this metallic dystopian future. There's lots of railings to climb across with your kitty legs, grab onto, and pretty much you're just trying to survive. Eating bats, throwing spears at these weird neon face tooth slimy creatures. It's really hard to describe. Pretty much you'll just have to take a look at the video. I'll go ahead and include a link in the description below. But it looks great. I love unique ideas and indie games and pixel art. Everything about it pushes my buttons, and I can't wait to see the game come out. Well, that about wraps things up here at the 1UP Loop. Thank you all for stopping by. Please leave your comments below, and as always, I'll go ahead and see you guys next week, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks, guys.